Hey everybody, it's Ken Freak here. This video is going to be showing the Yamaha QX-3, which is this unit right here, and the Yamaha QX-1, which is this unit right here. I'm going to be showing you very basic features of the QXs in the QX series. There are several that Yamaha made in the QX series, such as the QX-1, 3, 7, 5, 5FD, 21, and so on. To my knowledge, the QX-1 and the QX-3 are the only ones that have keyboards on it. Like computer keyboards, is what I mean. I find these the most useful because they have no menus to worry about. No nested menus, rather. And both these units will use jog command menus, which are really helpful. Once you memorize those, typing in a command is very simple and very quick. And very easy to access. Okay, so first of all, the QX-3 right now has the typical 3.5 floppies. So there's one in there right now, which got some song data on it. In comparison to the gigantic Yamaha QX-1, it also has gigantic 5.25 floppies. Alrighty, and these are from 1982. Right, so right now I'm not sure if you can hear it, but the Yamaha QX-1, which is over here to the left of the QX-3, is constantly spinning the motor in the disk drive. Is constantly waiting for a command or retrieval of information, song data or recording of song data. So that's what the noise is over here. I'm actually going to show you the two different tones that the metronome will make. Not that it's terribly important, but I do want to show you the difference between the two units while they're both on. So with QX-3, all we do to access the metronome is a very simple jog command. And the metronome feature in the recording menu is job 01. So we press the job 01 key, then enter, and 3. Turn the volume up. So the higher pitch that we hear is a B. The lower one is a G. So if you play in the key of B, you have to be aware that the square wave tone that we're hearing, sort of like a square wave, will be in your mix. It can be easily covered up on accident if you're not careful, especially with synthesizer tones. Alright. Also, this LED here by the metronome is flashing. Beat 1 is the red one, and the 3 other beats in the middle are green. And this is always activated. You can actually speed up the tempo or slow it down upon turning the dial here. Upon starting up the QX-3, it's automatically set for tempo, so you don't have to do anything else. It just automatically starts in this startup setup sequence here. So I'm going to actually go into the jog command menu and turn the metronome off. And to do that is job 01 4. Job 01 enter 4. And I normally do this very quickly, much quicker than that. It only takes a second just to get those two commands typed. So once you get familiar with this unit, everything is very quick. You can also have a set that you use a lot. Like down here at the bottom, I actually have in Braille my commands that I use the most, like track erase, and song clear, and track mix, and click beat, and disk format. You can have those ready to go. There also is a menu on both of these units up at the top, with all your commands available to you. Alright, I'm going to turn my mixer down and plug this line here. QX-3 will just be waiting there. I'm going to plug in our line at the very left upper corner of the QX-1 and start this metronome so you can hear what it sounds like. So press the click button and run. Notice that the LED here above the encoder flashes only on beat 1 or beat 4. Alright. So that is the metronome sound of both units. I'm also going to be showing the test menu too. Those are a little more interesting than what I'm talking about here. I'm going to go ahead and power down our amplifier so it's not on. Alrighty. Take our camera here. And the computer should focus for us. So here's the QX-3. And this is the QX-1. QX-1 is a pretty big unit. Here's the disk drive. Right here. If the disk drive is working properly, there should be a red LED here that's always on. And you should be able to hear it, that it is running, it's spinning at all times. Here's our encoder. And the keypad. And the screen, nice pretty blue color. And our menus up here. And the vintage tracks. And here's the back of the unit. Okay. And here's the QX-3. QX-3 I use on a daily basis. And once I get the QX-1 completely repaired, it will be getting a workout too. Okay. So now the next thing is going to be the test menus. And the whole purpose of having a test menu is to make sure that the QX3s, or QX-1 and 3, are functioning as they should. I'm going to start with the QX-3 since it's close by, and then I will move the QX-1 on over so we can see it. I'm going to turn the light off so we can view the units better. Alright. Okay, so now that we're in total darkness, I'm actually going to shut down the QX-3. And in order to, let me turn the light back on so you guys can see the keys I'm doing. Keys I'm pressing here. In order to test the QX-3, there's two different commands for each unit. QX-1 is different than the QX-3, obviously. For the QX-3, we'd actually hold down the insert and end key, which are these two keys up here on the very left side of the keyboard, along with power up. And you only hold it for a second, you don't really have to do anything too complicated. Turn the light off. And I'm going to show you my favorite test. There are several tests to choose from. There are 7 altogether. The first one is the drive test, and ending with the floppy disk drive test. I'm not going to go through them all, but I will save that for a future video. So right now, in order to access these test menus, you just press the number. And since I like the LED test, I'm going to choose job 3. So just press the number 3. And let it go. And it will go through each LED. And it will remain red for recorded data. And it'll go through all the green ones, the green LEDs, and remain green. And hold it there for a second. And there we are. And once it finishes that sequence, it will remain there. And then what I'll do is I'll leave it there, just in case anything starts to flash or any of the LEDs look a little dark. These down here, towards the middle section of the QX, are actually a golden color. And these are for the typo clock and so on, or for the encoder. You also notice that there is more than 16 lights here. There's 16 tracks, but the first row of 4 LEDs are for the MIDI and the floppy disk drive, and for MIDI in, so that you can tell, the data that's coming in or out of the QX. Alright, and that is the test menu for that. There are several others in here that I'm not going to show that just yet. I'll show that in a separate video. I'm going to grab the QX-1. I'm going to move the QX-3 really carefully. Also, the QX-3 has a nice sturdy power supply cord, which is nice. It's attached to the unit. And the QX-3 is not very heavy at all. Get the back of it if we didn't show it already. So it's quite thin and easy to handle. Alright, let's move this big guy over. This thing is a little heavier. And its test menu is a little bit different. I'm going to move this in closer. See if the computer can follow it along. I don't know if you can hear the dish drive still spinning. Right now it's actually getting very warm, temperature-wise. So the heat will start to radiate up this way. When the dish has been spinning for a while. So it's been on for about an hour. I'm going to exit out of this. I'll stop the metronome. Also, in order to, with the QX-1, in order to get into any other parameters like the edit, it can be a little confusing. It's just now referring to the floppy drive right now. It'll offer you all the options here on the screen. In order to actually physically get into those options, you have to tell it enter. So it's like I'd have to get twice. Alright. So it's ready to edit now. Also, another good thing is that the keypad here refers to all the LEDs up here. This keypad refers to the LCD up here, and the job commands. And the encoder is obviously doing its own thing here with the tempo, pretty much all it does. And our tracks. Alright.